Narcissistic people just simply do not do responsibility. They don't take responsibility for anything that is going to make them look bad, for anything that's going to get a negative opinion of them. So a narcissist will go all out to rewrite history to avoid taking responsibility. They're looking to sell the story to suit their own narrative and to sell people a false belief of who they are as a person. They're either going to play the victim or the hero or even the martyr in the story so that they can get away with their behaviour. They are going to go all out to gain the support that they require while damaging somebody else because they simply lack the empathy to care for how their negative behaviour affects those around them. Because they don't want to take responsibility, because they don't want to look bad to other people, they go all out to gaslight people's reality to suit their narrative. So when they're avoiding responsibility, they gaslight with phrases such as, it's not me, it's not my fault, it wasn't me, I didn't do it. So that people start to doubt their perception of events and start to look for another possible cause. A narcissist will go all out to avoid admitting any form of mistake. To them, they don't make mistakes. It's everybody else's mistake. It's never their own. They perceive themselves to be perfect and they want to sell themselves as perfect to those around them. So if they make some form of mistake and anyone dares to question or call them out on this, they just turn around and claim if they hadn't, because they're looking to pass the blame on to somebody else for their mistake, meaning they never learn from their mistakes because they don't take responsibility. In order to learn from a mistake, you need to take responsibility for your own mistake, educate yourself, learn and grow. Narcissistic people can't even take the first step of recognition, let alone take responsibility. They just look to find somebody else to blame. A narcissist will go all out to hurt somebody in the most horrific ways. Now, a covert narcissist will be a little more subtle and underhand and claim it was nothing to do with them. An overt narcissist will stand there in all their grandiosity and claim that the other person had it coming, the other person deserved it in some way, and they sell it so well that people actually believe that the other person deserved punishment when nobody deserves that kind of mistreatment that a narcissistic person will put you through. Narcissistic people are some of the most self-entitled people that you could ever meet, and they just don't see why they wouldn't be entitled to anything. And they're also some of the most exploitative people you could ever meet, with a lack of empathy into the mix, which makes them some of the most destructive people you could ever meet. They will go all out to promise you something in your future, to get your hopes up, to sell you an illusion of something in the future so that they can get their needs met in the present. They are full of broken promises. Now, we can all promise something and we can all have life happen to us. We usually recognise that we promised that thing in the first place and then try to find a time when it's suitable so that we can deliver on that promise we made. With a narcissistic person, they will just turn around and come at you and claim, I never said that. You must be imagining things. Oh, I think you misunderstood me there, because they're not going to take responsibility. Try calling them out on their behaviour, even with facts and evidence of something they definitely did do, and they're going to turn around and deny all knowledge or claim that it just wasn't their fault, that it was nothing to do with them, that you misunderstood the situation. If a narcissist feels like they're not getting the attention they deserve from you, they might go all out to provoke jealousy within you, and then when you go to communicate your feelings, they're just going to accuse you of being jealous. They will go all out to cheat on you because they're looking for that excessive attention. They are looking for that excessive attention. It's not just a mistake, it's a series of choices that they make, and it's only when they get caught out on their behaviour, if the new supply isn't working out for them, that they come at you with those false promises and false apologies. And they usually turn it on to you in some way and claim, well, if you'd have paid me more attention, I wouldn't have had to go elsewhere. If you hadn't have been through my things, you wouldn't know, making it your fault and not theirs. Narcissistic people tend to fear criticism, and they're some of the most insecure people you could ever meet. And in order to feel better about themselves, they are going to make plenty of jokes at your expense. And also so that they can feel like the bigger person in the situation. It's not just friendly banter with a narcissist. They're going to go all out to humiliate you, to mock you, to hurt you, to criticize, to bring you crashing down, because they fear people doing those things to them. So they're going to get in first and do it to you, so they can coercively control you. And if you dare to call them out or speak up about it, they're just going to sit there and claim that they're only making a joke. They were only joking. You can't take a joke. So they're leading you to believe there's something wrong with your feelings, there's something wrong with your values, there's something wrong with your beliefs, rather than recognizing there is something wrong with their behavior, because they themselves don't care if there's something wrong with their behavior. They just believe there's something wrong with your perception of their behavior. A narcissistic person believes that you should put them first in absolutely everything that you do, and if you don't, they're going to accuse you of being awkward and selfish and stubborn and not caring about them. And if all else fails with a narcissistic person and they can't get their needs met by you, or they perceive that you have humiliated them in some way or rejected them in some way, they're going to go all out to accuse you. They're going to go all out to wind you up, to get that reaction from you, so that they can accuse you of the one who is bitter, who is jealous of them, who is obsessed with them. So they can put you down, they can get you to question yourself, and also so that they can get other people to question you, and so that they can play the hero with other people. See, look how crazy they are. Look at what I have to put up with. Or they can play the victim with other people, or the martyr. I've tried everything I can and I just can't seem to help them. I can't seem to get through to them. And as they've usually driven you into anxiety and depression and the depths of despair, and you've become very reactive towards them, and they've got you questioning your thoughts, your feelings, your motives, your opinions, you then actually believe that you're going crazy when you are just, in fact, around somebody who is gaslighting your reality and driving you crazy. And you'll often find, once you get to move away from them, you can begin to think clearly, and it is a challenging journey working over everything and figuring out exactly what happened, so that you can learn from the experience and make sure you never have to experience anything like that again, because it is a horrific experience to go through. And some narcissistic people are extremely toxic. They're all toxic, but the levels do differ. The experiences that people go through do differ. However, when it comes to narcissistic people, as they don't take responsibility, they're not going to learn from their behaviour. They're not going to change their behaviour. A narcissistic person will only ever temporarily change in order to exploit you, in order to get their needs met by you. They doesn't compute within their mind. They don't see themselves as the problem. They believe that everybody else is causing their problems. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go into contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.